And I want to just take a moment of personal privilege and ask for a moment of silence for Pope Francis. I was raised in the Catholic Church. I attended St. Joseph's School in El Paso, Texas. The Sisters of Loretta taught me, and their motto was, "Go where the need is the greatest." And also, they taught religion in the context of working for peace and justice. And I've had the privilege to meet Pope Francis several times. And I've had the privilege and honor to have attended Christmas Midnight Mass several times. And so I would just like to take this moment for a moment of silence. Thank you. Thank you very much. So let me just say once again, I am filled with excitement, optimism, but a lot of humility, recognizing the challenges, but also recognizing and looking forward to lifting up our opportunities and fighting for everyone here in Oakland. While we must respect the continued process of the ballot counting, the results are clear that the people of Oakland have elected me as their next mayor. So I just want to say thank you, Oakland. And I want to thank my family. I don't know, is Craig here? Both of my sons were here, and maybe he's coming, but I want to thank my family for their support and their love over the years and our shared commitment to leadership and to service. Oaklanders demand and they deserve transparency, accountability, service, and results. And so with the help of a broad cross-section of leaders and community, that's what we intend to deliver together. More than 100 days ago, I launched my campaign to be Oakland's new mayor, and when I made this decision, I did so knowing that Oakland, yes, is a deeply divided city. And so I saw an opportunity to unite our community, not just to unite to talk, but so that we can all work together to transform Oakland, to solve our problems, and make this a safe, clean, and thriving city where every single resident is heard and represented. For the past 100 days, as I have, yes, for the past 30 years, and I want to make this perfectly clear, I worked hard each and every day to continue to earn the trust and respect and vote of every Oaklander during this historic election. And in the event that there is any question whatsoever, I want to make it very clear that I have spent the last 30 years of my service representing all of Oakland. All of Oakland, not just the voters who voted for me, but all of Oakland. And so let the word go out that I mean that. And I have a record that demonstrates that. So don't allow anyone to say that I'm only representing those who voted for me, because I have a history of governing and representing the entire city, regardless of whether they voted for me or not. And I intend to continue to do this as mayor. We identified in our campaign over 10,000 supporters, and I want to thank my campaign team, Team Lee 2.0, led by Catherine Liu. Team Lee on steroids, our supporters, and people in our great city who put democracy to work through our Souls to the Polls and neighborhood-based Get Out to Vote efforts. We delivered nearly 3,000 yard and window signs and over 150,000 pieces of voter information. We engaged hundreds of young people, our youth, in the democratic process and intend to keep them at the table. We also organized, I can't believe this, 71 house parties. I want to thank all of those who participated in and organized house parties, neighborhood events, and participated in nearly 30 community forums and debates. So I couldn't be prouder of the margin of our collective win and our amazing coalition. And so I want to thank again my campaign team and more than 500 volunteers, mind you, these are volunteers, and the 800 personal and personnel and organizational endorsers, mind you. That's a lot, 800, who joined me to call for One Oakland. Your support made our deep grassroots outreach possible. And at doors and homes and on the streets and during our community forums, I saw in Oakland where people are clear about the challenges that we face, from our budget to safety to housing and homelessness. But they also remained optimistic about what we could do if we only came together. And Oakland, where people want to turn the chapter on division and a government that has not upheld their trust. And Oakland, where people want leadership but are also eager to roll up their sleeves and become involved in making this great city better. And yes, I have met so many people who want to volunteer an hour a week or 2 hours a week just to help move the city forward. And so I'm going to issue a call to action for everyone to donate whatever time they have to help us. Everywhere I went in this city, I heard a call for leadership and, yes, results. And that's what I'm committed to delivering with everyone. And I'll govern with the same leadership that I've engaged in my entire career, with transparency, integrity, and accountability, and with an unwavering focus on the results, mind you, the results that you expect and deserve, with an ability to bring together people who don't always agree right here in this room. Thank you all very much. But everyone believes in a better Oakland. And I'm going to do the hard work and make the tough decisions. I think you know me. I mean, I'm pretty tough when it comes to yeah, and I'm a hands-on mayor, or will be. Everywhere I go in Oakland, at least 5-6 times a day, people come up to me and thank me for something that I helped them with in 1992 when I was in the assembly. I mean, it's amazing. Their families, Oaklanders deserve constituent services and core services. Yeah. And I'm going to address the structural challenges that impact everything here, from our budget to whether we can walk on our streets safely during the day and at night. I'll lead a government that serves the people and not special interests, and work to deliver the core services that Oaklanders so deserve. And time again, Oaklanders have faced our toughest obstacles by uniting together and making and meeting our challenges. And at this critical moment, I'm going to tell you, we must not be a city divided, but a community united. And together we're going to continue and succeed in the fight for Oakland's prosperity and progress. And yes, I'm going to demand that Oakland have a seat at every single table where we deserve a seat. Yes. Working together, we're going to make Oakland safer by investing in comprehensive public safety that includes violence prevention programs. Yes. We're going to root out corruption and usher in a new era of ethics, transparency, and accountability. We're going to provide the beginning of providing more housing, education, and economic development in historically under-resourced and underrepresented communities, our downtown, and our business corridors. We're going to provide shelter, service, and programs to our unhoused population. Not going to be easy. We have 5,500 people living on the streets. It's a moral disgrace, first of all, but we've got to tackle this by addressing these challenges of our unhoused population in new ways. We're going to restore Oakland as a beacon for innovators who want to stay here, for artists, for builders, for women, entrepreneurs, small business owners, minority-owned and women-owned business owners, and create opportunities that lift all families and communities in safe and thriving neighborhoods. And you all know we have a lot of poverty here in Oakland, also a lot of childhood poverty, which we can't sweep under the rug. And so in my first 100 days, I'm going to take immediate action. We put this out during the campaign, and we made sure that these were actionable items that weren't just promises, but promises that we could keep to address our challenges. So let me just go over some of these. Bringing together the police department leadership and representatives from all business corridors to improve public safety strategies, also within all of our neighborhoods. Working to secure Oakland's fair share of resources from, is anyone here from Alameda County? to to address the homelessness crisis and provide meaningful solutions, including housing and support services. Staffing up blight reduction crews and partnering with the DA's office to aggressively prosecute illegal dumping, improving Oakland's neighborhoods and quality of life. I mean, code enforcement, fines, come on, illegal dumping, that's got to stop. Convening the CEOs of the largest 10 Oakland employers to develop public-private initiatives that enhance economic growth, job creation, and advance public safety. Directing permitting reform, and Lord knows we have to have that. I know what it's, I'm a resident, I understand what that's about. To streamline city processes and to reduce bureaucracy for small businesses and for homeowners, for everyone. Appointing a task force of ethics experts and good governance advocates to modernize Oakland's charter. You all know it's a hybrid form of mayor. We have other issues that need to be looked at through charter review, and we need to ensure stronger accountability and transparency in city government. And I'm going to begin the process of requesting a forensic audit of the budget, city contracts, and ensure that public funds are spent effectively and responsibly by contractors and nonprofits. And I also want to look at some of the current audit recommendations and see if they have or have not been implemented. And so to assist me with this, I'm convening a transition team that's going to be co-chaired, and I want to thank them very much, with our Oakland resident, Mr. Keith Brown, who's the executive treasurer of Alameda Central Labor Council. Thank you very much, Keith. And I want to also, give Keith a round of applause. And someone who I've worked with for many, many years, who is a great leader here in our city, in the business community, Ms. Barbara Leslie, also a port commissioner. I want to thank you, Barbara, for taking this on. And I want to also thank you for leading our Oakland Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce. And again, I want to say to everyone that it's okay to have differences. We can disagree, but we still need to unify and can unify about the approaches that serve all of Oaklanders. And so I'd like now to ask, where is Mayor Kevin? Where is Kevin? Would you come forward before I ask Barb and Keith to come forward, just say a few words, because I really want to thank you for ensuring that this transition will be smooth. We don't, we want stability, but we also want change, and so our mayor is helping us with that.
Absolutely. Good afternoon, everyone. I had the pleasure of speaking with the mayor-elect this morning, the day before, every single day. I know she's very excited to get to work to be a mayor for absolutely everybody. The mayor-elect is aggressive about our 10-point plan, and council will be aggressive about implementing that 10-point plan. Council is very excited to be working with the mayor-elect and to work for everybody here in Oakland. And if you guys haven't had a chance to look at that 10-point plan, I think it's exactly what we needed. I looked over at Councilmember Fife when the mayor-elect was talking about getting rid of this illegal dumping. Our lights, both of us shined, because illegal dumping is a moral crisis here in Oakland, and we have to work together with our county partners. We will be working together to ensure that the county is working adequately with the city and we're getting the resources that we need. It's a moral crisis that we have this many unsheltered residents on the street, and we need to get them off the street. We need to clear these encampments. They are inhumane, and we have the leader that is going to lead us in doing this, and she has the support of all of council, and we will aggressively be working on our 10-point plan.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And I want to thank Mayor Jenkins and also Councilmember Carol Fife and all of our council members who have helped me and endorsed me and supported us throughout this campaign. And I just want to say to you, Councilmember Fife, I really look forward to working with you, partnering with you, and I want to thank you for leading on so many issues. And this is going to be great because, going in, hitting the ground running, even though we have different points of view, each council member understands their districts very well. And I want you to know, Councilmember Fife, and all of our council members, that I intend to be with you in your districts to listen to what your constituents want me as mayor to support you with. And so that's a new way of governing that I want to. If anybody just wants to know. I believe in how democracy should work, and Oakland is going to be the standard bearer of that, so thank you. Okay, Keith, Barb, why don't you guys come up and say a few words? I just want to thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon, and I think this is the most people we've had in the chamber offices for quite some time, so thank you all for being here today. I very much appreciate it. As Mayor-Elect Lee said, I'm Barbara Leslie. I'm the President and CEO of the Oakland Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce, and I am also a Port Commissioner. First and foremost, there's many members of our Board of Directors who are standing right with us today. On behalf of all of us at the Chamber, we are so proud and grateful, and congratulations on your win and your victory, and we look very much forward to working with you. So thank you, and congratulations from all of us. As a representative of Oakland's business community, I am honored to have been asked to serve in this capacity along with co-chair Keith Brown, who you'll hear from just momentarily. Voters of Oakland, regardless of who they voted for, have spoken loudly, and they want our government to work better. Oaklanders have chosen Congressman Lee, Mayor-Elect Lee, it's a lot to get through, as a leader who can steady our city, one who can collaborate with business and labor and community on behalf of all of Oakland. I see today as a really important step towards a unified Oakland. We are looking forward to the tremendous possibilities we can achieve when we are working together. Without question, there is a lot of work to do. Mayor-Elect Lee already mentioned much of that. None of it's going to happen overnight. Our chamber research indicates that our city and our residents want a city that's safe. They want a government that works. They want a city that embraces our most vulnerable, and one that grows our economy and provides jobs for our residents. The transition team will be critical to ensure that Mayor-Elect Lee can begin governing the day she takes office to implement her 100-day plan that you just heard from right on day one. Keith and I will ensure that Mayor-Elect Lee has the transition team that embodies her leadership, the values that she just mentioned, transparency, integrity, and accountability, as well as one that reflects a broad constituency of Oakland stakeholders. As a 30-plus year resident of this city, having raised my family here, like many Oaklanders, I am really proud to call Oakland home. And I look forward to working with Mayor-Elect Lee as we begin a new chapter in our city, a chapter defined by a united, a one Oakland. Thank you so much for being here.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Keith Brown, Executive Secretary Treasurer of the Alameda Labor Council, and I am committed to working with Mayor-Elect Lee for the benefit of our city of Oakland as we enter a new chapter for the city of Oakland. One rooted in unity, equity, and progress. Together, we will build one Oakland. Mayor-elect Barbara Lee knows that a strong, equitable economy starts with supporting our workers. She will fight for Oakland's working families, our teachers, our nurses, our firefighters, everyday working people here in the city of Oakland. It is a tremendous honor to serve as co-chair of Mayor Lee's transition team. I am especially proud to share this responsibility with Barbara Leslie, who brings tremendous depth of leadership and experience and gives voice to Oakland's business community. We know that creating a stronger, more just Oakland requires all of us, workers, business, community groups, government, faith leaders coming together. It will take hard work, determination, and a shared commitment to delivering the results that Oaklanders deserve. Oaklanders are tired of division and distraction. The working people of our city want action. The challenges ahead are significant, and the frustration in our community is real. I've heard it day out in this campaign, talking to the citizens of Oakland. This frustration is real. And the people of Oakland have placed their trust in Mayor-elect Lee to stabilize our city and foster meaningful collaboration between labor, business, and all corners of our city to combat these challenges head on, to find agreement and common ground. This is a new beginning for Oakland. As a labor leader, I am ready and willing to roll up my sleeves and ensure that the working people of Oakland and all Oaklanders have a voice in shaping a city that is safe, clean, and thriving. A city where every resident is valued and represented. Let's get to work. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you both very much. Look forward to this transition committee, and I want to take a moment to thank Pastor McBride and our faith community, because Lord knows, so many people who are ministered to in our great city, who are the most vulnerable. Our faith community is right there with helping each and every day. And so to have yourself and our faith community, clergy of all faiths, come forward and help us is really remarkable. And again, in honor of Pope Francis, I just want to thank you all for making sure that the ministries of our faith communities and our communities with the values, even people who aren't a member of the faith community, know that we have to do justice, you know, and have mercy and move forward to create the world that we know everyone, each and every human being deserves. So I'll stop there. I'll stop now and just say, you know, the ranked choice voting system, we know there were other candidates in the race who also put forward their visions, and I want to take a moment to congratulate them all for being a part of this campaign. And I want to thank all of you for coming and for covering this press conference, because I want the word to go out to Oakland residents and beyond that Oakland is ready to move forward. But we also know what our challenges are, and we're not sweeping them under the rug. And we're going to be an administration, we're going to be a mayor for the entire city of Oakland, regardless of whether they voted for me or not. Just be sure you put that word out, okay? Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right, we'll take a few questions.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your 10-point plan sounds ambitious, but the reality is next week, Intraver has to deliver a $2 billion budget that's going to include cuts to the jobs, social services, violence prevention. What can you do as mayor-elect to get your opinions and stamp on this first budget? Can you give us some ideas that maybe discussions you guys have had?
Sure. Well, I'm going to be briefed with regard to the details of the upcoming budget, so at least I'll have a framework for which to respond to. Right now, I have not had that briefing.
Last week there was an Office of the Inspector General that said that Oakland's police department was down by at least 199 sworn officers in their estimation for a baseline. And when we were talking to the PLA and others, they're saying, you know, just to get the renewals, it's going to take $3 million per academy to maybe get 20 officers out on the streets. So what is your response to that, and are there any services that you feel should not be touched as you're trying to get some money into public safety?
Now, again, I've talked through the campaign about using Measure NN as the framework for my views on public safety, and that required us to get to 700 police officers. But understanding, and I'll know more when I have the briefing on the budget, exactly what the plan is, but also the efficiencies that we can look at within the existing resources. And so once I have the briefing, I'll be better able to respond to that.
Are there any services that you say are off
No, right
that
now.
you do not want to cut?
No, right now, public safety is a high priority.
Yeah, congratulations, earlier question. Could you clarify when you are briefing the budget, if you would provide amendments to Mayor Jenkins or proposed amendments to Mayor Jenkins before he presents his proposal to the council?
Not yet. I want to understand what is being recommended. And if I believe that I needed to, I would. If I believe that the budget is the best that we can put forward, then I wouldn't.
Madam Mayor-Elect, your campaign ended up being a lot closer than a lot of folks anticipated. Does that give you any pause about your ability to unify the city?
Say that again?
Your campaign ended up being a lot closer than a lot of folks expected when you jumped in. Does that give you any pause about your ability to?
What did people expect? Because I knew this was going to be a tough campaign. I worked really hard to win this. I worked, listen, so I don't know what others were talking about, but
Folks thought you were going to blow it out, frankly.
well, that was their perception. Okay, I have always worked for every single vote. I don't want anyone to just say, okay, we're going to vote for you for whatever reason. I earn people's vote, and I want people to know, I want to be accountable to them, and so that's how democracy is supposed to work. So whatever other people are saying, that's what they're saying. That's not what I said, that's for sure. How what? Oh, the Trump administration? Well, I was in Congress 4 years with Donald Trump, and there are several things. One, we've got to make sure that Oakland stands strong and resists some of these policies that would really traumatize and be wrong for our immigrant community. And I hope that we stay unified in pushing back and resisting what's going to be devastating for Oakland. So that's going to be up to us, and as mayor, I'm going to make sure that we don't allow the Trump administration to divide and conquer this community. And secondly, if there are areas where we can work with the Trump administration, of course, I'm going to make sure we have a seat and a voice at the table. But we have to understand that we have to fight against what could harm Oakland and work, and I've worked with every single president, President Bush included. If there are ways to work together, okay. But right now, again, I know Project 2025 backwards and forwards. I know that this administration is trying to dismantle the Department of Education. I also know that he is trying, and they are trying to dismantle inclusion and equity as it relates to our LGBTQ plus community, as it relates to racial equity, economic equity, our trans community. And I know that we here in Oakland aren't going to allow those divisions to occur because we want equity for every single resident in Oakland. Okay,
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
okay. Thank you guys very much. It's really good to see everybody. Thank you. Criteria. Thank you very much.
Can you stick around?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
I want to pull this stuff off the